a lot of times when you come out of high school, you're told to go to college or to, go to the military. A lot of people, they don't really know any other alternative outside of that. And entrepreneurship is actually a brilliant alternative. Let me give you an idea of, let me give you something that I think you should think about. Okay, how many of you guys went to college? Did you go to college? How'd that work out for you? I'm just curious. Put it in the chat. Did you go to college? I went to college, okay? Did you go to college? Did you finish? Did you get your degree? Okay, how's that working out for you? Are you using your degree? Some people graduate from college and never use their degree. Are you using your degree? How much money did you spend on that degree? How much money did you spend on that degree? Are you still paying back student loans? Do you know I was able to pay off all my student loans through notary work? Okay, but I did. I had student loans. Okay, and this is a really interesting piece that someone shared with me. I thought was fascinating. I always say that in America, our government is heavily focused on businesses. It's basically like everything they do is designed for people who have a company or a business of some kind. Okay, down to the taxes. And the reason is that if a country doesn't have a successful economy, they really can't really stay, it's really, the country will fail. And so they put all their effort into businesses. That's what they do. They pour it into businesses to make them more successful, to help boost the economy. And so think about this. I want you guys, you don't have to put it in the chat if you don't want to, but I want you to think about how much money you spent on college. Okay. I spent over $100,000. I don't know how much you guys spent for going to college. Mine was about $100,000. How much money did you guys spend going to college? Okay. When I paid all that money back, I did not get a tax break. Now, let me clear this up. Yes, I got some college credits. Yes, you do get a percentage of some of that interest, all that good stuff. But for the most part, I did not get back $100K tax credit. Okay. For the record. Okay, let's clear that up before everybody comes. Well, you do get this little credit and you get this little credit. Okay, $100,000. No tax credit, not using that degree. Did I learn a lot in college? Yes, but most of that I learned was social skills. And I learned more about me and I learned social skills. I remember some of that learning and learned in the classes, but I don't say I didn't learn anything. I did. But was it $100K worth? No. Okay. So keep that in mind. No serious beneficial tax benefit, right? As an entrepreneur of a business, every single dollar that you spend on training and education is completely and 100% tax deductible. It's a deduction. It's a credit. It's a deduction that you can write off the entire thing. Okay, so if I had taken that $100,000 and poured it right into business coaching, business classes, business training outside of college, all of that would have been a deduction for me. Isn't that interesting? It's fascinating. It's fascinating. And that's why I always say that one of the major things, you have to learn the economy. You have to learn what you're doing. Okay, and I did a talk on YouTube probably about a year ago, and I called it, "Are you living the American dream or the American nightmare?" Okay, and so the conversation basically went to how a lot of people, they go to, they graduate high school, they may or may not go to college, they get a job, whatever that is, they stay in that field for most of their life. And, their days are spent waking up around 6 o'clock, going to work. They work 9 to 5. They can't wait to get off. They go home. They can't wait for Friday. Yay. Oh my gosh, it's Monday. And that's their life cycle. They get to be off on weekends, and that's where they relax or do family outings or whatever the case is. They have to put in for vacation time. So when you go on vacation, once a year, once every 365 days, and you got to think about it. Okay, that's if you qualify for vacation. Okay, that's if your job offers vacation, and you get 5 days out of 365 days. You get 5 days, maybe 7, depends on your job. Yes, to go and relax, because you work so hard. You get 5 days to go ahead and take your break. Go do that thing, and then most of the time, When people do get to travel, it's when their kids are not in school. So it's in the summertime where all the rates of everything is higher. The travel's higher, your accommodations is higher, plus everyone else is there because everyone else is in that same rat race that you are in. So it's not as much fun because it's crowded and you paid more. Okay. And then hold on, right? You got to put in for time off. You have, let's say, if it's something that's someone passed away, God forbid, you can get that for the most part. I would think most jobs are pretty decent. But let's say you're just not feeling it today. You need a mental health day. Or let's say you're not feeling well, but you're not running a fever, but you're just really not feeling well. Let's say something happens with your kids. It's just so many things. And just asking for time off can be a headache in itself. Right? So let's say, and then on top of that, you only get a raise, once a year? You get a raise of 50 cents, maybe $2. Look at that. That's so sweet. You worked all of that time to get a 50-cent raise. So sweet. And then hold on, then you work from, let's say you got into your career 25, 26, 30, whatever, when you finally settle down with what you want to do, and you work that until you retire. So you do that until you're about 60, 65, give or take, and then you retire and do what exactly? Get a third of your income. You get a third of your income. Well, for now, they're saying who knows how long Social Security is going to last. You get a third of your income because you can live off of that. Okay, you get a third of your income. Let's say your company had some other kind of retirement plan for you. Okay, boom, you get that, but you were already working paycheck to paycheck, or you were already working a lifestyle that was not giving you the full financial freedom that you wanted. Okay, boom. So you're getting your pension, you have your Social Security coming in, and don't even get me started the fact that there's income limits even after that. You can't make over a certain amount when you're on Social Security. Which, wait a minute, aren't you supposed to be securing my you know what I'm saying? It's like the stipulations are crazy. Okay, so don't get me started on this. Okay, and then you put in all this time. Let's say you put in 20, 30, 40 years, right? You gave your whole life to a company. Right? Let's hope that you love that company. Let's hope that you built that company with the founders. Let's hope that you really enjoy what you did and what you built, because most people don't. But let's say that was you. Kudos. You can retire happy. Awesome. But if that wasn't you and you spent the golden years, as they call it, the best years of your life building something for someone else, and then you retire, do you know most people, I forgot the statistics, but it's a very high statistic of people who end up dying within, 3 to 7 years after they retire? It's a science behind it. Not only that, when you retire, and let's say you retire in your 60s, right? It depends on how you carried your health in your life. Now, do you want to go climb Mount Everest? Now you want to go travel the world? Now you want to go do all this stuff, but is your body there? And that's what a lot of people do. They wait until, I've talked to so many people who are like, well, I'm going to retire. I can retire in like 5 years. That's 365 days times 5. You're willing to give away that much of your time and you're hoping that you make it there.